So we got the race in about 40 minutes, so we're gonna keep an eye on the weather, but at the moment, we got the RT660 pluses on. This is a quick turnaround, man. Going from race 2 to race 3, this is stressful. But anyway, race 3 coming up. I did not get the fastest lap, which means I will be starting on the outside of Magnuson, but might give me a shot on the outside in turn 1, who knows? We'll see how it goes. We got a fresh pair of Falcons on the front. We're gonna keep these Falcons in the rear and just hope for the best. Hopefully it doesn't rain, but anyway, race 3 coming up next.
Yeah, makes sense.
Have a look at the starting grid and we'll kind of go through this here.
Yeah, it's going to be massively important to just try and get that BMW as wide as you can and block off Kutil, but it could be a very long race of fighting in his mirrors, but we know he's got that top speed, and this is what it's going to be. Eric Magnuson starting out front, Eric Kutil in second. That is your row 1 going into that first corner. The young gentleman, Ayrton Grimm, in third, and fourth is going to be Zachary Mortimer. Joel Morrison and Ryan Christoph will be your 5 and 6. 7 and 8 go to Matthew Ibrahim and Mason Bursack in that M3. Beautiful car.
So here we go. Eibach Grid Life Touring Cup, race number 3 from Special Stage at Road Atlanta. Here we go. Green flag, and we're underway at Road Atlanta.
Yeah, Magnuson gets a great jump on this one. He's going to need it to hold off Kutil. So much power, big old V8. Everybody else looking pretty good. A little hesitant, it seems, in the mid-pack. No one wants to really make any massive inroads there, but the big question is going to be how long can Magnuson hold off Kutil, and can he hold off Kutil for this entire race? It's going to be a bold move. Grimm still holding on to third, Mortimer fourth, and we'll see as they start to jockey for position. That BMW has got to get a stretch out as soon as he can.
And he did last race, and it wasn't enough. And Mortimer got by Grimm on that opening couple of corners. Here's as they run weekend points. Eric Kutil 74 over Magnuson. Morrison is third, but he's battling Matthew Ibrahim in the number 600 BMW there. That's that E36 back to the shop there. It's going to be tight into turn 6. There's Christoph Bursack, Till, and Geraldo all fighting for position inside the top 10.
And so far so clean, not seen any flags, not seen any concerned faces anywhere on race control, knock on wood. As now we take a look, everyone coming around, looking clean. We get into a big old runoff. That huge section. I can't understate how, if you've ever had to walk this track, you know just how long that whole section is. I thought I saw Grimm might have been going for a move, and it looks like he is. And I think he's going to get it done. He does. Yeah, getting that pass done cleanly and back to third. Yeah,
the red blocks are doing work on the bottom of that CRP Racing MX-5. This is a car to watch. He had his first ever podium in GLTC here last year in the rain. He doesn't need that clutch this year. That car is fast. Provisionally, at one race at CMP, of course, on the dyno post-race, they had a slight miscalculation on their setup, ended up over horsepower, but we know Grimm is fast regardless. And again, right out of the rush car and right into this one. We'll see if he's got the pace to run down Kutil and Magnuson. That's a tall ask for a 16-year-old. Yeah, that's impressive.
Never know. Ibrahim and Geraldo moving up a spot. He's each moving into 6th and 9th, respectively. But yeah, Grimm, he's such a talented kid, and it's going to be interesting to see how he puts through the pace on the rest of it. Now he's getting a bit of a stretch over Mortimer, so now he can just keep focused on what's in front of him, and that is Eric Kutil, who's going to be held up just a little bit by Magnuson, so that's going to be a part of it. If you let Kutil go in fresh air, that's it. You're just going to be staring at the back of that Honda for the rest of the race, but right now he's got a big old BMW that's able to really put down a ton of power coming through the straights, and that's where he's going to have to make it. Where it's going to get concerning for Magnuson is going to be through the S's. That's where Kutil was able to pick up a lot of ground last time, and it's where he's going to continue to pick up a lot of ground for the rest of this.
Yeah, and you made a great point about Magnuson and Kutil. If there's any sort of battling, that's going to bring them right into the mix. And CRP Racing, this weekend, like many others, its parents John and Alyssa and brother Wilbur are hanging out in the pits, supporting not only Ayrton Grimm, but also Blake Cork from the 777 Cayman. Nice. Of course, right now P11. But big flames out of the number 3. That's the most America I've seen all week.
I like it. It's in a German car, but yeah, very, very American. We'll see how everything is looking as they now make their way around the final turn and in front of our eyes. And so far, so good. It looks like Grimm should be taking a bit of time out of that as well. Yep, he does. Just a little over a tenth, not a ton, but I mean, it's a tenth of a second to a race car driver is absolutely everything.
It's the best lap of the race so far.
Yeah.
So that's
on it.
important. And I think we're going to see potentially a 3-car race for first place. Big sparks out of the number 82. Eibach and Hybridracing EG Honda. This car, if you remember the story of this car, he had a hatchback that he ran for a couple of years. The last time we were here, that would have run prior to 2025, was 2019 that he had his old hatchback Honda Civic. And that car was crashed in the championship battle at Road America in 2022. In about 6 months, he put this car together. Its first win, I believe, in 2023 at Midwest Festival, and that was after a road accident leaving Circuit of the Americas, where his truck and trailer and he and his dad were in an accident where the car ended up upside down in an open trailer in a creek somewhere in Tennessee, I think, and the car miraculously survived that, and a couple weeks later he was standing on top of the podium at Midwest Festival.
That's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Right now, Magnussen needs Grimm to get into this fight because Kutil is already starting to make inroads on him. And now the upside is if Magnussen can hold off Kutil even for half a lap, that's going to give Grimm enough time to get back into this battle and then start to threaten the front-wheel drive car. Right now, though, it's not looking great. Kutil is getting a great dig out of 12, and he is picking up a ton of pace. Now, the upside is that V8 can power through it, but Kutil is going to be very close climbing up that first turn and into the S's, and that is the worst place for Magnussen at this point.
And again, you pointed it out, Kutil has got the pressure on. But Grimm was the fastest driver at the racetrack last lap. Now it's Eric Kutil.
Yeah, this is going to be some big deep breaths here for Magnussen, just trying to hold off Kutil as now.
You can see him behind the shadow of that M3.
Yeah, it is a big car. Those overfenders just make it that touring car wide. So doing a great job so far though, and we're going to see how this ends up playing out. Oh man, Magnussen's he's got to have a lump in his throat right now. He's got to hope that Grimm can pick up the pace and bring that fight to the back of the Civic.
Well, we'll keep our eyes on that gap. It's 2.3 from Magnussen back to Grimm. But if Magnussen and Kutil battle at all, if they're inefficient in their fight, that 2-car will be on their bumpers very, very quickly. And again, Grimm is the only car within the same zip code as Joel Morrison. As Kutil and Magnussen. Morrison and Mortimer are 5 seconds behind Grimm. But this is where Kutil got a great run in the previous race. That car has great dig out of 10B, which is surprising in comparison to the V8. Yeah, and you can see it looks like Magnussen already trying to go on a defensive line there. He's not using all the track. He doesn't want to open up that inside to potentially let Kutil slip by. So he's doing a good job. I'm guessing he's going to cut in a little bit early. He does, cuts off that inside path. The hard part now, though, is once again Kutil. He does so well through the S's. He can just absolutely fly through this section. He'll cut the curb, try and pick up a bit of time. And Magnussen's just got to stay as wide as he can. And oh God, little MX-5 behind him. There's a battle behind them. This is for 9th place. RJ Till, Michael Hilo. Look at Kristoff in the CRX trying to sneak up the inside of Hilo in the 350Z. Pull away from the wheels because they're nose to tail from 5 to turn 6. Battles on out front. Okay, so Magnussen right now just has to hope for that drag race, taking a center line throughout. The upside is just going to block off Kutil. The downside is not going to get a good exit, and he doesn't. Oh, that was very savvy by Magnussen to cover off the inside, but he's going to hurt his exit. That'll give Kutil the opportunity to watch Eric Grimm reeling him in side by side for the lead, and Grimm's closing. Yeah, this is what Magnussen needs to do. He's got to just slow up Kutil for a little bit. He just has to hope that Grimm can get in, but now this drag race, he might end up losing it to the little Honda. And that seems to be the case. The upside, Magnussen's going to be on the inside through this section. Will Kutil back out, or is he going to go for that dive around the outside? No, he's going to try to hang it on the outside through 10A and B. Tucks in, Trying to cross over. Magnussen's boat is in the way, and Kutil's trying to sail the victory again. He's going to pull up the inside through turn 11. Side by side again for the race lead. A slip from Kutil.
Oh, this is so sketchy coming through 12. Both them on it. Magnussen tries to cover him off. He gets the dig out. He holds off for a little bit longer, and now Grim is starting to enter the chat. This is going to be dicey. 5 minutes counting down. We're going to get a handful of laps, and they're all going to feel this exciting.
And Magnussen's making him work for it. He squeezed him at turn 12, but I think, Eric, if he gets clear of Magnussen, it's game over. That car is so solid, but the BMW is just physically large, and it's just hard to find a way around when this track is so single groove.
Oh, this is such good driving from both of them right now. What's going to be interesting is either of them going to wear down too much. Look at Grim. He's in there. He's going to be in this fight in about half a lap's time. And now he's cutting the corners. He smells blood in the water. He's going for it.
Yeah, he's running out of time, though. If Kutil gets by that number 3, and he was so close to it last time, I do think that 82 is going to be hard to run down. They're also running out of time and laps.
Do we think Kutil at this point might have overworked the tires a little bit in that last lap? Yeah, as we said, being front-wheel drive, all the work is happening on 2 tires as opposed to 4. So the chances of you overworking them are a lot more likely.
This is a great fight. This is going to be an all-time classic. I have that feeling. Last time through turn 12, Kutil was sideways in that EG, just foot to the floor, trying to keep it straight on the inside of Magnussen. He's a little further back now.
He's had to take a little bit out. It could be too, just getting that close up. The engine starts running a little bit warmer. You're not getting as much fresh air through the rad, and things are just not nearly as happy. We'll see what he does here.
Flip by Magnussen. That's going to give Eric an opportunity. Magnussen goes defensive into 12. That's going to be a tough line to hold in that heavier BMW out front.
Does a good job with it, though. Opting once again more of a midline. I feel like a broken record here, but now Grim is able to get a bit better of a line through there. He doesn't have to worry about it. He can choose his own adventure coming through this section, and they'll get back into the S's at least one more time. I'm not seeing any flags out at this point, so they're going to keep running. Magnussen's got to be exhausted.
Kutil was sideways over the curbing, and he's going to try to go door to door through the S's. He cannot get there. And I was going to say, Grim's closing on Kutil and Magnussen sort of stalled out last lap, but now that they're back fighting again, he is right in the mix. And look at Grim, he's only 2/10 off of Kutil, and he's just got to keep himself calm and cool.
Yeah, you got to be careful through here. I don't know if there is a corner that Kutil hasn't tried to make at least a glance at. Man, this is a ton of fun here. So Magnussen, one more. He's got to nail the exit of this corner. If he slips up at all, then Kutil's going to get the run out. And it looks like it was a pretty tidy exit. And we'll see Kutil one more time. He'll try to get right in the back of the BMW, go for a bit of a slipstream, and then I'm curious to see what side he's going to go for going into the 10 complex. Right now, he's just waiting. I feel like if he's going to go for it, it's going to be a last-ditch swing out.
This is an epic battle between V8 and 4-cylinder power. Power-to-weight rule sets at their best. On the brakes into 10A. Kutil is just hounding Magnussen.
Interesting, opting not to go for the dive through there, but wants to catch the draft coming through under the bridge. Now he goes wide on this turn. Magnussen one more time, going for that later apex to cut him off, but it looks like Kutil's going to get a really good dig through there. He might be able to sling up to the inside. He does. Oh, he goes for a look. Backs out the last second. Oh, this is fantastic. Kutil's got to be getting frustrated though.
2 laps to go. He's got to stay cool himself, because he can't force the issue here. If he picks up a penalty, it could be catastrophic to the season. So you've got to stay cool. He's the fastest car out there. He's just got to find a way around. Grim's there. 3-way battle for the lead.
Yeah, now Kutil's got to worry about what's behind him instead of what's in front of him. And Magnussen is the winner of that. Now Grim's going to be able to get a good dig out of this section. Magnussen can take a bit of a sigh of relief, but oh man, this whole race just changed in half a lap.
For how long can you breathe a sigh of relief? Because Kutil's back. It is just yo-yoing. Rubber banding between Grim and Eric Magnussen.
He's got 2 shots left. Oh no, car out in the gravel.
That's Peter Zhang, and again, we're very close to the end of this race, so it'll probably just be covered by a local yellow if you can stay racing. Here comes Eric Kutil. Now, if it's at turn 10, then you can't make a pass down there. That could be critical here. But Kutil trying to get overlap and dump some air onto the rear spoiler of Magnussen's car. He can't do it. Has to tuck him on.
I'll try to disrupt him just a little bit, and that's not going to be the case. So we'll see how this ends up playing out. Magnussen's got a little bit more room. Kutil looks like he's going to go for the inside nut, tucks back in. Grim right there as well. Kutil's got 1 shot left. This is going to be it. He's got to go for it.
Oh! Big slam of the curbing. Sparks flying. Here comes Eric Grimm. We're going to be coming to the white flag this time, and it's a three-way battle for the lead.
Grimm goes on the outside of Kutil.
Can he hold it? He can, but he's going to stay third. Last lap of the race. Here we go.
Oh, man. Oh, they got one more. I think Kutil might have suspension damage. He hit so hard that the entire rear end of that car jumped up, and it feels like it's a little bit lower in the rear, and he's starting to back out. That was a really big hit.
How robust is that Civic? Eric engineers his own car. He has custom parts in that car from all over the country. He's welded his own things. He's put his own car together. And how much abuse can it take? Because that is about as much as I've ever seen it take in one walk.
That was a big hit. I mean, he's still on it. If there is damage to the car, he is not acknowledging it. Eric Grimm going a little bit wide. Unfortunately, he's going to lose a bit of time there. And Kutil, one more time, going for that fresh air. This has got to be so tiring for both these drivers. The amount of tension that you've got to be on at every single moment of it. Kutil going out for that wide. And now Magnussen's going to follow him and try to follow him around. Potentially get a double pass underway, because now we're stacking them up. They could go 3 wide through this section.
All right, boys, let's play fair, let's play nice. The intensity is high. Remember, the respect is the core principal value of GLTC.
Yeah, the racing's hard, Kyle.
It's so hard when you're racing this hard, and the victory is clearly in sight.
Kutil's getting it. He's going to get it. Magnussen's got the inside track on this. He's going to go late on the brakes. They both do. It's a game of chicken. And Magnussen's got it so far. Kutil again getting pushed to the inside. Will catch that again. Keeps it clean as
Here
Grimm
comes
now.
Grimm. Here comes Ayrton Grimm in the 2 CRP racing car. Side by side for the lead. Kutil noses ahead. Can Magnussen power on the outside? He cannot. Kutil wins for second. Magnussen by a nose.
Gosh, in the last turn, Kutil gets it done. Holy cow, what a race. I got goosebumps. That was incredible.
Wow.
Oh,
What a race. What a battle, and what a paddock. Grid life competition. You can race like that, and you can do it by rolling your car on the trailer at the end of the weekend. That is so cool.
yeah, are we just doing a full replay?
I mean, that's what I'm going to do later. On the start, a nice, clean, fair start here. A little 3 wide, Justin Lee in the middle, but Magnussen, like he did last race, got out front. And Zach Mortimer was able to cling to third early on in this race, but then comes the battles. Look at Kutil jumping curbs and grass and side-by-side flames shooting out the pipes. What a battle.
Yeah, it was respectful. I mean, it was great to see that Magnussen provided Kutil at least a lane to go for, and Ayrton Grimm had such an incredible seat for this entire race. He got into it so many times. There it is, that hit. We saw sparks, we saw wheels go up. I thought for sure that was the end of Kutil, but no, somehow, I mean, maybe he lost a part, picked up some weight savings, and that was enough to pick up a 10 to be able to get that win. But when that white flag flew, gloves were off, and they just absolutely went for it. Basically, every turn, Kutil was somewhere on track to try and get around.
Yeah, but then this was the winning pass here. Eric Kutil on the inside, leaving space for each other, and it got a little bit wide on the rumbles, did Magnussen. And Ayrton Grimm just trying to figure out where to put that CRP racing car. But Eric Kutil, Hybridracing at Eibach, go to victory lane in Eibach Grid Life Touring Cup. Magnussen second, Ayrton Grimm, a solid, respected, great third place finish. Thanks everyone for watching. We've got more coming your way right after this.
That's another win. 3 for 3 this weekend. Epic battles with Eric Magnussen. I mean, like I said, every time, that dude knows how to defend, and he turned the defense up a notch that I didn't even know he had in race 3, and I tried my best to make a few moves. That was tough, but I got it done on the last lap, you know, over, under. Epic racing, Magnussen, fierce competitor, great driver, his car is flying. That whole race, I'm like, shit, Ayrton Grimm is catching up, so now it's gonna be a 3-way battle. Anyway, did not expect to get 3 wins for 3 races here at Road Atlanta, because probably one of my least competitive tracks, just because, you know, the straightaway is so long, but the car just handles so well, and the car still has it has a little bit more power than it does last year, so I'm not struggling as bad. Yeah, feeling good. We got 1 more to go. Once again, man, having the hybrid racing guys here is awesome, because honestly, I'm mentally drained. I'm still pretty tired. So like, I don't know, I'm trying to think about a lot of stuff, but like, they're just extra mental capacity, extra hands, and we just put fresh Carbotech pads in, so XP20's up front, XP12's in the rear. Everything is just going good, and we're on top of it, which is, you know, that's what it takes to win this championship. So anyway, starting P6 for race 4 because I rolled a 6 on the invert. And they're doing something interesting for this race because the schedule got kind of delayed. They're combining GLGT and GLTC. So we're actually gonna have a split start. There's gonna be 2 pace cars, and they're gonna be further ahead of us. They'll get the green flag initially, and then we'll come around, and then we'll get the green flag. Who knows what's gonna happen this race, but my end goal is to just bring it home in one piece. If we get the win, that'd be fantastic. I've never swept the weekend. I have a chance to do that here today. Pole, race 1, race 2, race 3, all that's missing is that infamous 4th race invert. I'll try my best, but once again, the goal is always to get the car back in the trailer in one piece. So I'm kind of treating this last race as just like, just take it easy, get it to the finish line, complete this weekend, and, you know, not really push anything too far. I don't know, man. The setup on this car this weekend has been phenomenal. The Fortune Autos, the Eibach Springs, Hybridracing guys. Anyway, race 4 coming up.
To special stage in Brazelton, Georgia. Kyle Heyer joined by Jacob Gettins for our last race of the weekend. I should say races plural because due to schedule constraints and delays yesterday, we have combined Grid Life GT and Eibach GLTC into one race. We've done this before at Laguna Seca. It's possible. We've got plenty of grid space for it, but this adds a little extra variable on top of the race inverts that we do for this 4th and final race. This is multi-class racing. We don't typically do this in GT or TC, but note on pole, that's Zach Mortimer. Now, there is a number of drivers that have earned their first victory. Nick Barbado is one. Right. Eric Jensen is one, where they earned their first victory on an invert. Zach Mortimer has been really fast. This is a great opportunity. Multi-class race, we don't typically do it, and the inversion. This is a great chance to snipe away a victory that you might not ever otherwise be able to get the opportunity to do against. And here comes the Eibach GLTC field to the green flag. Zach Mortimer in the white and black E36 on the front row. Nice, orderly 2-column start. Ayrton Grimm tried to find a way around Matthew Ibrahim. He couldn't get there. We're underway here as well. And 3 wide Morrison in the middle trying to pick his way up to second place. He can't get there. The 2 E36s are door to door. Yeah, so far clean start. A little bit later on the flag wave on that one I noticed. And the TC car is then able to bunch up quite a lot. Especially in the back of the pack coming around to that turn 12. So we'll see everybody catching a lot of curb real early. Magnussen, I saw, looked like he was getting 2 full wheels up in the air. Not quite getting the speed to be able to ramp that entire thing. And Eric Kutil, he has fallen back quite a bit. So he is going to have a bit of work to do to fight his way back up to the front. I'm not sure what all happened there, but might be just a good time for him. And now it looks like. Is the battle. Is this for the lead? Here comes Grimm down the inside of Mortimer. This is for the top spot, and Grimm has an opportunity to run away on another invert race like he did at CMP and maybe get to keep the trophy this time. Up over the hill at turn 11, Ayrton Grimm, 16 years old in the orange and purple MX-5. He is your race leader in GLTC. Yeah, he's had such a great weekend. Just unfortunately, the results are not representative to the racing craft that he's provided.
to all of us here. So this is a great opportunity for him to be able to hold himself out, especially with a few of these drivers at a few of the pointier end of the entire pack. Further back, Eric Kutil sitting in 4th right now, Zachary Mortar 2nd, Matthew Ibrahim still taking 3rd, Joel Morrison in 5th.
And Grim has got to run because these 12 minutes are going to be the longest of his life and probably the shortest of Eric Kutil's, because Eric's got a couple of cars to pass. He's been the dominant force so far in the weekend in the Eibach GLTC class. So far this weekend, Kutil has won all 3 races. We had 4 different winners at CMP. Kutil has the chance to do a weekend sweep.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Now, that with that being said, the biggest hurdle that Kutil has had all weekend has been BMWs, and now he's got to fight through 2 of them to try and take it to that MX-5. That's going to be tough.
Look at this battle inside the top 5. There's Matthew Ibrahim, the garagistic car, right behind Mortimer, then Kutil, then right behind them is Joel Morrison and a couple of others scrapping for position, including Eric Magnussen. That will matter because Magnussen is battling Morrison for 3rd on the weekend so far.
It'll be interesting when Kutil goes for a bit of a strike here. Might be able to make it up into 1. And he had a quick little look at it, decided not worth the fight there. You could see him even coming over the crest before setting things up for 12. He took a look at it. He's going for a lot of different spots. Even into 1, every corner, he's having a peek at it to see where that opportunity is going to be. This is the other part, too. These are drivers he hasn't been battling, so he's not going to truly know where they're going to be able to pick up a ton of time and where he can strike. So he's going to have to take a peek at every opportunity.
How about Ibrahim in the number 603, big wiggle for him. This is his first weekend at GLTC competition. He's got plenty of road racing experience, including time in TC America, so he knows his way around this racetrack. He knows his way around touring cars, but he's got a grid life legend in his rearview mirror right now.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of racecraft and experience, so for Kutil, this is going to be a little bit tougher. You're going to be going against someone with maybe not the same overall speed, but just a ton, just a bucket load of experience, and that sometimes can be enough to really make a great defense.
Yeah, and Ibrahim's kind of running center track, forcing Kutil to pick a side of the road that he wants to make the pass on in that white and green Honda Civic. 1992 model year car. I promise you, when that thing rolled off the factory floor, nobody could have imagined it would be doing what it's doing right now.
Smart move there from Ibrahim, just to force Kutil to make the choice. He left the door open on either side. You know, it's a very smart racing play there, and just said, okay, whatever way you want to go for it. And now it looks like Kutil is going to try and take it to the inside. Ibrahim leaves him that space. Kutil's going to have to go for it.
He's not giving it up easy. And to battle a guy like Kutil, you know, no one's going to give up here. They're going to leave each other plenty of space. Trying to roll the outside here at 1. That's tough. He's in the marbles, out wide to the rumbles. He has to lift, and here comes Morrison in the J Series S2000.
Yeah, Morrison is able to pick that up, and so is Eric Magnussen, who's now fighting back. Kutil able to stretch out a little bit more, but unfortunately for Ibrahim, a double pass happened on that lap. He's not going to let it go easy, though.
No, he's not. He's passed through the S's. He's a little off kilter and out of line, but Magnussen had to eat the curb at turn 3 because he tried to poke the nose, and he wasn't fully established to the inside of Ibrahim.
living up to that legacy. Now we get an eye on Kutil taken into second place, and Grim, well, it's things are going to be looking a little grim for him with Kutil on an incredible pace right now. Time is ticking down, so it becomes how wide can you make that little Miata? Well, a Civic is going to be all over your mirrors in only a few seconds' time.
All right, Ayrton, this is the time to drive. Kutil is coming and coming fast. I don't know that Ayrton's quite got the legs to run away from Kutil on a weekend like this. The race continues to run green without any stoppages or things of the sort. Ibrahim's dropped a couple of spots, but Kutil closing in on the race lead.
And they are going to run into at least one car of traffic here in a moment, and that might mix things up a little bit. Kutil might even just wait for that opportunity to just have Grim back up just a bit. Whoa, Grim getting wild through there. Catch an angle, jumping off the side of it. This is going to be interesting. This is where that young gentleman is really going to earn his stripes, having an epic driver behind him like Kutil. He's got to stay calm. You don't want to freak out and make a mistake. Kutil will bide his time. He will wait. He will wait until the very last corner if he has to. But he'll also just hold that pressure and hope that Grim makes a mistake.
I fear there's too much time on the board for Ayrton to hold off a driver that's been so dominant this weekend, but he is doing everything he knows how to do. Kutil out of the rearview mirrors as we watch Rosenberg. Here's Kutil around the outside of Grim for the race lead. Grim's later on the brakes. Going to try to hold him off, but this is just a futile effort here, I think, unfortunately. Kutil takes the lead away, climbs up through turn 11. Here comes Mortimer for P2 now.
Oh, Grim got caught out on that, trying to defend a little bit too late, and unfortunately it's going to cost him 2 places. It's almost would have been better to try and concede that spot even before going into the 10 complex. Unfortunately, that was not the case, and by trying to just battle with Kutil, he ended up losing a lot more than one spot.
Well, I'll say this, it's not over till it's over. We saw, issues for Kutil at CMP, so even though he's got the lead, until that checkered falls, they don't care. The racing gods giveth and the racing gods taketh away. So they've been giving quite a bit to the 82 this weekend, but it's all about the engineering, the time, the effort that gets put into these race cars. Kutil spends so much time perfecting everything, every little bit of bump steer, caster, the setup on the car, the track width, the wheels, the tires, the aero is all perfect. And that's why it's so hard to beat a driver like him with a car like that.
Yeah, that's going to be incredibly tough. Grim is definitely not out of this. He could move up one step on the podium. He just got to work a little bit more as a big old flame flies at the back of that Miata. And he's gonna have to work a bit just to get back into the rear of Mortimer and potentially get this pass done. And now look at this, Aranha utilizing some of that traffic to regain some proximity on Rosenberg, who's going to be facing at least one. Well, he's got one more car for sure. Then he might get some fresh air. So if there's any time where Aranha is going to strike, this needs to be it.
I think you're exactly right about that. There's the GLTC trio that's leading the way, but I think GT might have the spicier ending with Aranha like the shark fin in the water here, approaching that lead number 484. As far as the GT weekend has gone, it has been really Rosenberg's weekend to lose. 3 wins, just like Kutil in the TC category. Rosenberg has yet to lose a race. don't mind that because Eric Kutil is coming around. They're not going to pick up the checker just yet. These are not the overall race leaders, so they still have an extra lap to go, so long as that's been communicated to race control. So Kutil is going to be starting his final lap this time through. Yep. So 2.5 miles left to go for the GLTC field. Aranha is going to be picking up the checker here in a moment's time.
Kutil with another demanding lead, moving up from that 4th place through the shuffle and doing a great job, and we should be seeing that now coming across the line. Our GT.
Here is your race leader in Eibach GLTC. He won his first race of the season at Carolina Motorsports Park. He won the next 4 in one weekend. Michelin Raceway, Road Atlanta, Hybridracing EG. Eric Kutil, the 2020 GLTC champ, is on his way to holding a very firm lead in the standings. Checkered flag, Eric Kutil wins all 4 races in GLTC this weekend at Grid Life Special Stage.
Not often you get a perfect weekend like that, but for Eric Kutil, it's just all in a day's work. So congratulations on just an incredible, incredible weekend, basically flawless from start to finish. Pass, and that pushed him back into 3rd, but this is the man of the weekend when it comes to TC. Up front, almost every single lap, Eric Kutil takes home a perfect event.
qual, 25, 25, 25, and 25. And if you watch the YouTube comments, it's the Kutil show right now. 103 combined. Eric Kutil, great job. Perfect score, a very rare thing. I believe it's the third time we've had a perfect score in GLTC. But so fun to watch the parity between a V8 M3, a K-Swap, and a turbocharged NC. It's just weird. I love it. And super fun to watch. Great racing overall throughout the weekend. Honorable mentions to TC and GT for like maybe the cleanest weekends we've ever had. Thank you so much for that. Great racing.